Hello everyone, this is part 13 of What If Naruto Was Like Gaara, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist. To see more, comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Last time, Naruto was soon out beyond the gates of Konoha. Once he was sure no one was following him, he fell to his knees. Clutching his stomach and chest in pain as a red chakra started to cover his body, his eyes were blood red and pupilless. His skin was covered in black fur as 5 tails appeared behind him, then another tail made of chakra started to form. It soon became solid and was covered in the same black fur as his body. His blonde hair had turned black, his teeth had become razor sharp. His face had elongated into a snout, his ears were now pointed like that of a fox's. He let out a howl that caused every tree within the area to fall to the ground and shatter into splinters. Kakashi, who'd been following Naruto since his date started, watched in horror as Naruto transformed into a beast, the likes of which he'd never seen. He could do nothing except hope that Naruto was gaining control over the new form that he'd gained from the Kyuubi. The monster let out another deafening cry that sent a large shockwave from his mouth that destroyed a long line of trees in an instant. The fox roared again as its fur started to change from black to red, then back to black again. Is Naruto trying to gain control? Thought Kakashi. The creature let out another ear-shattering roar as its fur started to change again from black to red. The fox started to glow bright red as the Kyuubi's chakra started to escape from his body. The heat from the chakra caused many of the trees to burst into flames. Kakashi did a set of hand signs. Chakra barrier jutsu, he said as he was surrounded by a dome of chakra. The fox let out another roar as the red chakra exploded from his body, engulfing everything within a 200-yard radius. Kakashi covered his eyes from the bright light that the chakra created and prayed that his barrier would hold out against the attack. Soon it was finishing up the last of her paperwork and was starting to place everything inside her desk for the day. When the entire building started to shake, she looked out the window to see a large dome of bright red chakra had engulfed a large portion of the forest. She looked to the sky to see a giant bright red fox head entwining with what appeared to be a black fox head. What is that? She said to no one in particular. Hinata had just finished putting on her bedclothes when she noticed it was nearly daylight bright inside the room. She looked out the window to see a bright dome of red chakra had engulfed a large portion of the forest. Naruto, she thought as she opened the window and ran to the forest where the chakra was coming from. The light finally SD down, Kakashi opened his eyes to see he was still on the tree that he'd been on before. He looked down into the clearing to see a creature with dark red fur. Its eyes were blood with vertical SS for pupils, 6 tails swished as if independently. The creature's long snout housed several rows of razor-like teeth. His claws dug deep pits into the ground as he clenched them. The fox began to sniff the air as if it found something it either recognized or didn't recognize. Kakashi waited on bated breath for the fox to make a move. Suddenly the ground below him cracked and exploded as a snake the size of a 2-story house appeared from beneath the dirt. The fox was sent flying through the air from the shock wave. It then landed gracefully onto a nearby tree branch. The snake hissed in his direction while the fox seemed mildly amused by its efforts. Come down here, Fox SS, so that I may devour you, hissed the snake. My name's not Fox, it's Naruto, said Kyuubi Naruto in a growl. Kakashi watched the conversation but couldn't understand what was being said. All he heard were low hisses and growls. The fox ran towards the snake and slashed his soft underbelly, releasing millions of tinier snakes into the area. So you're a demon, said Kyuubi Naruto. Yes, I'm a single head from the SS still slumbering demon Hachibi, hissed the snake. Naruto's eyes glowed brightly in the now darkened forest at the sound of the name Hachibi. That's why the seal's becoming weaker. If he's coming back, we're going to have to merge as soon as possible, roared the Kyuubi from within Naruto's mind. Alright snake, send a message to your master, tell him the Kyuubi is back, roared Kyuubi Naruto. Why would I send such a message to my master, when you are going to said the snake. The army of little snakes had Kyuubi Naruto surrounded in all directions, each one taking nips at him as if daring him to come closer. Hinata jumped from tree to tree as fast as her chakra-boosted legs would allow her to go. Naruto, please be alright, she thought. As the light faded away from the trees, she then heard a mighty howl come from the area as several trees were shattered. She jumped as fast as she could, hoping and praying that Naruto wasn't harmed or was about to harm someone from the village. Please Naruto, you've just come back, don't give them a reason to force you to leave, she thought. As her feet lightly hit the tree branches, as she raced gracefully through them until she was stopped by Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, what's going on? Asked Hinata. I'm not sure Hinata, but I think it's best for us not to get involved for the moment, said Kakashi, nodding in Kyuubi Naruto's direction. Hinata gasped as she saw that Naruto had acquired yet another tail. Is he still him, or has the Kyuubi taken hold? Asked Hinata. That's a question I cannot answer, Hinata, said Kakashi solemnly as they turned their attentions back to the battle. Kyuubi Naruto looked at the snakes with the deepest loathing. He took a quick sniff of the air. He caught Kakashi's and Hinata's scents. He didn't dare look in their direction for fear of giving them away. What is the matter? Can't the great Kyuubi handle a few snakes? Hissed the snake. Fire style, flaming armor jutsu, said Kyuubi Naruto as his body was engulfed in bright red flames. Fox demon style, Kyuubi fox fire, said Kyuubi Naruto as the flames that covered his body turned a bright green. Impressive, you've come prepared, but have they? Hissed the snake, pointing his tail in Hinata and Kakashi's direction. You'll not harm them, said Kyuubi Naruto. His inner rage caused the flames surrounding him to burn brighter. The snake appeared to smile as he sent the tiniest snakes after Kakashi and Hinata. Kyuubi Naruto opened his mighty mouth. As a blast of red chakra with the green flames spiraling around it destroyed the snakes that were heading towards them. Well done, Kyuubi, but how long before he gets out? Said the snake. Kyuubi Naruto roared and ran at the demon snake, stepping on the littler snakes and getting bit as he ran. The ones that he stepped on or bit him were burned to ashes instantly. Demon fox style, 4 chakras beam, said Kyuubi Naruto. His mouth opened, revealing a Rasengan, only it wasn't like the usual blue Rasengan. Instead it was glowing different colors with each spin. Then a beam of 4 different colors shot from Kyuubi Naruto's mouth, and was sent spiraling towards the snake. The snake gave out a loud hiss as it made to escape the attack, only to be vaporized within seconds. Kyuubi Naruto started to breathe heavily. The attack had used up an enormous amount of his chakra. He fell to his stomach as the fur began to disappear from his body. Soon Naruto was his normal self again. Kakashi and Hinata made their way to retrieve him when they were stopped by 2 kunai that landed at their feet. Oh no, you don't, he's coming with us, called a voice from above. They looked up to see 2 men dressed in black robes with red clouds and a straw hat over their heads. Naruto awoke inside the stone corridors that lead to the Kyuubi's pen, but something was different about it. He walked down the corridor and came to a fork. To the right was the usual dimly glowing lights, but to his left was a hall of dark blue lights. Naruto walked down the new hallway. He came to a halt at what appeared to be a mirror, because staring at him was himself. Who are you? Asked Naruto. The other him merely smiled, then drew back and punched him in the face, sending him flying into the stone wall. Naruto got up and rubbed his cheek. What the hell was that? He yelled as the fake him ran towards him, ready to deal yet another crushing blow. This time Naruto blocked the attack with his arms, then countered with a sweep kick. He jumped a few feet away from the fake him. Then got into a defensive stance as the fake him got to his feet and started to run towards him. Naruto did a single hand sign. Shadow clone jutsu, he said, only to his dismay nothing happened. What the? He wasn't able to finish the sentence as he was sent flying through the air by the fake him. Naruto staggered to his knees. He opened his mouth as the taste of metal entered it, as he coughed blood onto the floor. What or who are you? Asked Naruto, getting to his feet. I'm the better you. I'm the result of your power merging with the Kyuubi. Soon you will be nothing more than a memory, as will he, said the fake Naruto. He then did a set of hand signs. Then the room they were inside started to fill with water, causing them to become completely submerged. Naruto was floating inside the water like a limp puppet. What is this? He thought, which echoed throughout the room. This is your memories, more importantly your worst memories, said the fake Naruto as he did another hand sign. Naruto found himself as a little kid watching his first best friend S. Then the memory seemed to replay as he watched it over and over again. The fake Naruto stood beside him laughing as the real Naruto fell to his knees. Tears ran down his cheeks unchecked. No, please stop this, said Naruto. Not until you crack, said the fake Naruto laughing evilly. Kyuubi, who'd been lying in his pen, knew of the danger Naruto was in but couldn't help his vessel. I'm sorry Naruto, but this task you must complete on your own. This will decide as to whether we live or become mere memories, said Kyuubi. Raising one of his paws that was slowly beginning to fade from existence, he let out a worried sigh as he heard Naruto scream from within the corridors. Kakashi threw Hinata a kunai as he drew two from his pouch. What do you want? Asked Kakashi. We want the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, said the man on the right. Just walk away and pretend nothing happened, Kakashi, said the man on the left. Who are you guys? Said Kakashi. Our names are not important, all you need to know is we want Naruto, Kakashi, said the man on the left. Naruto is staying with us, said Hinata, her Byakugan now active. It's a shame that such a pretty girl is about to be heartbroken when she finds her friend is gone, said the man on the left. They then shimmered out of existence along with Naruto. A genjutsu, said Kakashi as he and Hinata took off after them. But why couldn't my Byakugan see through it? Asked Hinata. It must have been a Keki Genkia, said Kakashi, his voice filled with worry. The two men that Kakashi and Hinata were pursuing are several miles ahead of them. Phew, great work on the genjutsu, said the man carrying Naruto over his shoulder, making sure he didn't touch the hilt of his hidden sword. Thank you, but it's not over yet. They aren't far behind us. We must move quickly or they will catch up, said his partner. Naruto's yells echoed through his mindscape as he watched his friend S for what seemed like the millionth time today. Please make it stop, no more please, said Naruto. His voice was now shaky. He felt as if the entire world was crashing down on him. The fake Naruto smiled. You're right, we've used this memory long enough, said the fake Naruto, doing a hand sign as the memory dissolved to Hinata's fight with Neji. This time it was Naruto's turn to smile. You can't tease me with this one, I've already cared him and I know that Hinata's alright, said Naruto. Do you? Said the fake Naruto as the memory showed not Neji fighting Hinata, but himself. No, I would never do that, said Naruto. Oh, but you have and you are, said the fake Naruto, his words were cold as ice. Naruto tried to close his eyes to block out what he was being showed, only to find that they seemed to be unable to do so. Oh no, we can't have none of that. You must see what you'll do once you've finally merged with the Kyuubi. What destruction I will bring with his power through your body, said the fake Naruto, laughing evilly. Last time. Naruto's yells echoed through his mindscape as he watched his friend S for what seemed like the millionth time today. Please make it stop, no more please, said Naruto. His voice was now shaky. He felt as if the entire world was crashing down on him. The fake Naruto smiled. You're right, we've used this memory long enough, said the fake Naruto, doing a hand sign as the memory dissolved to Hinata's fight with Neji. This time it was Naruto's turn to smile. You can't tease me with this one, I've already cared him and I know that Hinata's alright, said Naruto. Do you? Said the fake Naruto as the memory showed not Neji fighting Hinata, but himself. No, I would never do that, said Naruto. Oh, but you have and you are, said the fake Naruto, his words were cold as ice. Naruto tried to close his eyes to block out what he was being showed, only to find that they seemed to be unable to do so. Oh no, we can't have none of that. You must see what you'll do once you've finally merged with the Kyuubi. What destruction I will bring with his power through your body, said the fake Naruto, laughing evilly. Kakashi and Hinata raced through the trees, with Paku leading the way following Naruto's scent. Please Naruto, be all right, thought Hinata as a small stream of tears started to flow down her face. Kakashi noticed this and placed his hand on her shoulder. Don't worry Hinata, Naruto will be fine, said Kakashi. I'm JJ, just www worry ttt that hhhem might. She could bring herself to say the rest and instead kept moving, stopping only to wait for Paku to tell them where the scent picked up if they lost it. Naruto watched in horror as the Kyuubi began to form from his own body. It began to wreak havoc on Konoha. No, stop it, that will not be my future, said Naruto, trying to close his eyes only to find that his eyelids didn't want to comply. You will watch the destruction you will cause once you've gained the full power of the Kyuubi, but if you allow me to take control. This future will not happen, nobody will, everyone will respect you, even love you, said the fake Naruto sinisterly. Too late chump, I've already got someone who loves me, said Naruto. Who that Hyuga girl? She merely humors you, allows you to hug and kiss her only because she feels sorry for you. Yes, it's true, the so-called love of your life. Hates you with a passion that only a woman can have. You know what they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Well, it's because of you she no longer has mother, said the fake Naruto. This caused the real Naruto to stop smirking. What do you mean? Said Naruto. The fake Naruto smirked this time. The Kyuubi ked her mother. The day he attacked, his chakra overloaded her system, causing her to go into a premature childbirth. Nearly king the child you know as Hinabi, said fake Naruto. Naruto, who was already on his knees, started to burst into tears that fell onto the already drenched stone floor. No, it can't be true, said Naruto. Oh, but it is true, Naruto. She doesn't love you. She secretly has been plotting to kill you. How, what isn't that what you've been afraid of? Asked the fake Naruto. Naruto looked at his twin with bloodshot eyes that were now filled with rage, a rage he hadn't felt in nearly 4.5 years. Kakashi and Hinata looked to the distance when they finally found what they'd been searching for. The two men were dragging the unconscious Naruto over an open field of grass and hay. Hinata quickly activated her Byakugan, while Kakashi revealed his Sharingan eye. The two men, sensing their chakra signatures, stopped in their tracks and turned to face the two ninjas. So you didn't take my advice, said the one on the right. We are Konoha ninjas, we do not leave our comrades behind, said Kakashi. Such noble actions worthy of a Konoha ninja. Kakashi, this will be my last warning, leave now and do not follow, otherwise you'll said the man on the right. Naruto stared at the fake him with nothing but hate, as rage bubbled up inside of him like water in a hot pan. What? You're still going to defend her even after what I've told you? Asked the fake Naruto. She isn't like that. Even when we were young she always tried to help me, she was the only one who cared for me. Naruto's voice was drowned out by another voice. Such noble actions worthy of a Konoha ninja. Kakashi, this will be my last warning, leave now and do not follow, otherwise you'll said a deep voice. Naruto's fury exploded, causing the very room to shake as his own chakra illuminated the dimly lit room. What are you doing, Naruto? We're not finished yet, said fake Naruto, performing a set of hand signs. Naruto suddenly felt all of his strength leave him. This caused the fake Naruto to laugh. Pathetic, you are not worthy to wield the power of the Kyuubi. I will take his power for my own, and once I've done that I will kill your little girlfriend, said fake Naruto. Kakashi and Hinata both took a fighting stance as the men tossed Naruto away from the battlefield. Wouldn't want our cargo to get harmed now, would we? Said the man on the left as they both took off their straw hats. Kakashi's eyes widened slightly, while Hinata's remained focused on the two men. The one had a head full of long black hair that was tied into a ponytail. He had a Konoha headband with the leaf symbol scratched out. His cold black eyes stared emotionlessly at the two ninjas. The man on the left had blue skin, rows of razor-sharp teeth, beady black eyes and gills at the base of his chin. His hair was dark blue with a Rain Village headband tied to his forehead. He had a large sword that was wrapped in what appeared to be bandages. He drew the sword from his back, leaving it still covered. Well, Itachi Uchiha, and Kasama Hoshigaki, a fine surprise indeed, said Kakashi as calmly as if they were talking over tea. So Kakashi, you do remember me, said Itachi in a monotone voice. How could I forget the mayor of all the Uchiha, said Kakashi. This caused Hinata to stare at Itachi in amazement. He's the guy that Sasuke is trying to kill, she thought. Hinata, these guys are Junin level S-class missing ninja, use whatever techniques you wish, said Kakashi. Hinata nodded, understanding what he meant in those words. She took a stance against Kasama while Kakashi took a stance against Itachi. Itachi's eyes changed from coal black to red with 3 tomo. He's got the Sharingan too, thought Hinata. Naruto's rage started to bubble again. As he heard the words that the fake him spoke, his chakra started to swirl around him. You can do whatever you like with me, he said, getting to his feet, causing the fake him to back off. But don't you ever threaten to harm. Naruto glared at the fake him with the intent to kill. My family, said Naruto. At these words, Naruto raised his right hand as a ball of chakra began to swirl in his palm. Rasengan. He shouted as he thrust the orb into the fake him, causing him to disintegrate in seconds. As did the entire area, revealing the pen that contained the Kyuubi, who was grinning at him. Well done, Naruto, said Kyuubi. Thank you, Kyuubi, said Naruto, grinning back at the giant fox. Now Naruto, you are ready, said Kyuubi, glowing brightly. Ready for what? Asked Naruto. To truly become one with me, said Kyuubi as his chakra began to surround him. Naruto smirked. His spirit was exhausted from the strain of fighting off the fake him. The Kyuubi's chakra brought a warm feeling through his body. He then collapsed onto the water-covered stone floor. Rest Naruto, it will all be over shortly, said Kyuubi. Hinata was using her gentle fist style against Kasama, whose sword seemed to be absorbing her chakra. I have no choice, she thought as she backed away from Kasama and began to perform a set of hand signs. Then she braced her right wrist with her left hand as a loud chirping sound was heard. Chidori, she shouted as she ran towards Kasama. The attack squealed in her hand like 1,000 birds. Kakashi was having a furious battle of jutsus with Itachi. Fire style, fireball jutsu. They both shouted as they blew fires at each other. The explosion of attacks caused the area to be blanketed in a thick layer of smoke. Itachi started to perform another set of hand signs when a sound that sent a chill down his spine was heard. Lightning blade, shouted Kakashi as he came into view, his right hand glowing blue and shrieking loudly like an angry army of birds. Hinata's attack hit Kasama's sword with such force that it caused it to crack slightly. Then the crack grew larger until the sword shattered in his hands. Impossible, said Kasama. Hinata smiled, then she pressed the Chidori into his chest, causing his eyes to glaze over as his arms fell limp. Kakashi was inches from Itachi, then he thrust the lightning blade into his chest only to watch in horror as Itachi turned into AM of crows. A genjutsu, Hinata, he thought as he released the jutsu and took off for where Hinata was fighting Kasama. Hinata's smirk faded from her face as she saw Kasama turn into AM of crows and disappear from view. Oh no, she thought as she felt warm blood flow down the middle of her back as a sharp pain shot through her system. But how, she thought as she fell to the ground face first. Her eyes were closed. She managed a single word. Naruto. Kakashi arrived to see Hinata lying on the ground with Naruto not too far beside her. Both of them were unconscious. He did a set of hand signs. His hands started to glow green as he began to heal Hinata, praying that the medical training he'd received from Tsunade would be enough. He looked up to see Itachi and Kasama standing over Naruto. Kasama bent down and picked him up. Kakashi made to perform a set of hand signs but was knocked out by a water clone of Kasama from behind. That takes care of that, let's kill them now before they become a problem later, said Kasama, drawing a kunai from his pouch. No, we are here to bring in the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, nothing more, said Itachi. Kasama suddenly dropped Naruto. What are you doing? Asked Itachi. He burned me, said Kasama. What? Said Itachi. Naruto started to squirm on the ground as a red chakra started to engulf his body. His skin grew a bright gold fur, his eyelids burst open to reveal fire-red eyes with vertical stead pupils, his ears turned into fox ears, 9 golden tails formed from the 9 chakra tails behind his body. His face grew long and snout-like, his teeth became razor-sharp. He got up on all fours, a miniature 9-tailed fox. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.